and then suddenly remember to drink more in the evening. This puts pressure on the kidneys at the wrong time. Ideally, most of your water should be consumed between sunrise and 4 p.m. After that, slowly reduce the intake and let the body prepare for rest. Finally, the temperature of water matters too. Drinking very cold water from the fridge, especially in the evening, can irritate the bladder lining. It makes the nerves more sensitive, especially in adults whose digestion is already slower. Warm or room temperature water is much gentler on the stomach and bladder, especially after sunset. Let me share with you the story of Sushila Maji from Pune. She is 72 years old, and for nearly 2 years she suffered from broken sleep. Every night around 2:30 a.m. she would wake up needing the toilet even when she drank little water. She thought it was just aging. But then she told me, I always have ginger tea at 9 p.m. It helps me feel calm. I gently explained that while ginger is helpful, taking tea that late adds liquid just before sleep. So she made one change. She moved her tea to 6 p.m. and drank only sips of warm water before bed. Within a week, she began sleeping 5 to 6 hours at a stretch.
Halfway through the family business myself. Okay. It's
QuickBooks Online. With automatic invoicing and expense tracking, we can focus on growing. QuickBooks, behind every successful business.
The sparkle returned to her eyes, and she said, I never knew water could behave like this. Dear listener, these small mistakes are not your fault. No one teaches us how to adjust our habits as we grow older. But now that you know, you can take back your nights gently, wisely, one glass at a time. In many Indian homes, elders begin their day with a warm cup of tea, but often forget to drink enough water in the early hours. Then, as evening approaches, they suddenly remember and try to catch up by drinking 2 or 3 glasses after 6 p.m. And without realizing it, they set themselves up for a night of broken sleep, tired eyes, and restless thoughts. But what if I told you that when you drink water may be just as important as how much you drink? As we grow older, our kidneys and bladder become more sensitive to timing. During the daytime, the body is active. Metabolism is faster, the heart pumps with more energy, and the kidneys are better able to filter and balance fluids. That's why urologists around the world, including many respected doctors here in India, suggest that seniors should drink most of their water between 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. This timing gives your body enough space to process the fluids, gently allowing your bladder to empty fully before sunset. It helps reduce bloating, supports digestion, and most importantly, keeps the bladder calm by the time your body begins preparing for sleep. Ideally, you should be sipping water slowly through the morning with slightly larger amounts around breakfast, mid-morning and lunch. But once the clock moves past 5 p.m., it is time to begin reducing your intake. This does not mean you must avoid water entirely in the evening. That would not be healthy. Instead, think of it like dimming the lights before bedtime. Slowly taper down. From 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., take small sips only when you feel thirsty. And after 7:30 p.m., unless your doctor has advised otherwise, avoid drinking more than 150 milliliters of water, about one small steel glass. Now, you might wonder, what if I take medicines at night? Many elders are prescribed tablets for blood pressure, diabetes, or joint pain. And yes, these require water. In such cases, the best approach is to take your medicine with just a few sips, enough to swallow comfortably, but not more than needed. And if you feel thirsty due to your medication, try taking a spoonful of room temperature water every few minutes, rather than a full glass at once. There's also a habit many seniors carry quietly, drinking just in case water before bed. You think, let me drink a little so I won't feel thirsty at night. But this habit, though well-meaning, is often the reason your sleep breaks at 2 a.m. Instead, try something different. Sit calmly for 5 minutes before bedtime. Place one hand on your chest, the other on your belly. Take deep, gentle breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. This calms your nervous system and reduces false signals from the bladder. You may also softly massage the lower belly in a clockwise motion to relax the abdominal area. Let me share the story of Uncle Ramesh, 70 years old, from Nagpur. He used to drink nearly 1 liter of water between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., thinking it would flush his system and help detox overnight. But he paid the price with 3 toilet visits every night and mornings that felt heavy and slow. When he switched his routine, drinking 70% of his water before 3 p.m. and limiting his night intake to just 1 small glass at 6:30 p.m., the difference was remarkable. After 2 weeks, he was waking only once at night. And within a month, he was sleeping from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. without interruption. Dear elder, the solution does not lie in drinking less, it lies in drinking earlier. By giving your body the right timing, you allow your organs to work with peace and rhythm. And that in turn gives your mind the gift of undisturbed rest. In many Indian homes, dinner is more than a meal. It is a quiet moment of comfort, often shared with loved ones after the day's work is done. But as we grow older, what we eat in the evening, and even more importantly, when we eat, it can silently decide how well we sleep at night. After the age of 60, the body becomes more sensitive to certain foods, especially those that affect our digestion, hydration, and bladder function. Take, for example, watery foods like rasam, clear soup, or even a bowl of thin dal. These may seem light and easy to digest, and they are, but only when taken at the right time. When consumed close to bedtime, they act like hidden sources of fluid, filling the bladder little by little. You may not feel it at first, but within a few hours of lying down, your bladder starts to whisper. Then insist until it wakes you up completely. And then there are comforting evening drinks, herbal tea, haldi milk, or even a small cup of coffee with milk. These may help you relax for a while, but their water content quickly adds to your nighttime fluid load. Some drinks like green tea or masala chai also act as mild diuretics, which means they encourage your kidneys to make more urine. For elders, this becomes a silent cycle. You drink to feel calm, but end up waking just when the body should be resting. Certain fruits and vegetables also need careful timing. Raw cucumber, tomato slices, watermelon, and even orange juice may seem healthy, and they are but only before sunset. These are rich in water and natural acids, which increase bladder sensitivity in older adults. Many seniors feel a sudden urge to urinate after consuming these, especially if they are taken with dinner or as a light snack later in the evening. Let me tell you about Rajesh Ji from Ahmedabad. He is 68 years old and used to enjoy a big raw salad every night filled with tomatoes, cucumber, and lemon dressing. He thought he was doing the right thing, but each night he would wake up 2 or 3 times to use the washroom. It was only after he switched to steamed vegetables and moved his salad to lunchtime that he noticed a difference. Within 1 week, he began sleeping 6 straight hours without any medication, without any change in water intake. Just one simple shift. Another hidden culprit is salty food. fried papads, pickles, or overly seasoned curries at night increases thirst. You feel the need to drink more water.
Lab, nag-end ka na? Si Lab, nag-end ka na? Si Lab, nag-end ka na? Hindi ka nakalive ka?
Wala na talaga akong
Ay, hindi mo agad.